Indeed. All right. Shabbat shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom.
Let's get a choir one more round of applause. Play G Yah. All right. I'm Brother Al, for those who don't know. This is my reader, Brother Brian. We come to you on behalf of the Vineyard of Israel. In the name of the Most High Yah, Elohim, by Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, with a message on this Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week. All right? Seventh day of the week. Before we get into the message, I want to go cover a little ground scripture right quick, if y'all don't mind. Let's turn to 2 Corinthians 13. Title of today's lesson is A Gin and a Snare. A gin and a snare. A gin and a snare. What did I say, 2 Corinthians? Title of today's lesson is A Gin and a Snare. All right? A gin and a snare. What is a gin and a snare? When you think of a gin or a snare, what you think about? A trap, yeah. Why would this be in the Bible? We're trying to read the word of God. Huh? What does this got to do with the Bible? He let you know the bar. It's a gin and a snare for the ones who don't follow it. It's a gin and a snare to serve other gods. It's a gin and a snare for you not to examine yourself. It's a gin and a snare to follow the riches of the world and forget about the Most High Yah. It's plenty gin and snares set up for you. And you're not going, if you don't have the word of God resonating in your mind, you're not even going to be able to recognize when you are falling into one. You got an enemy. Don't get tired. You know, who knows how old he is, right? He's been there, done that, seen everything. All right, can you scoot your table back a little bit? Taking my shine. So you got an enemy. And his job is to produce gins and snares for you. I appreciate that, bro.
No sweat.
I couldn't even see good. But
It's in my head.
and he's so subtle, right? Subtlety is one of his number one tools. Subtlety is how you put it. If I'm a hunter, right? I'm not using guns, pistols, and knives. You know what I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use a snare, but I'm gonna set it out with subtlety, meaning I'm gonna make it camouflage. I'm gonna camouflage it. So I'm gonna put it on the ground, and I'm gonna throw a little grass pellets or rocks and stuff up on it, so where it looks like it's part of the ground or it's part of the natural terrain. And if you're not aware, if you're not privy, if you're not looking, if you don't have eyes to see, right, what's going to happen to you?
Get it.
You're going to fall right in it without even knowing you in it until it's too late. Huh? That's how the word is. Most of us, we live our lives with one foot in that snare. Without the bar, without the commandments, it ain't no relief. It's automatic you're going to fall in this snare. It's automatic you're going to fall into this trap. And the funny thing is, who can know the heart? It deceive you. It's the most deceptive thing you got. That's your mind. I keep Shabbats. I keep all the feast days. I don't buy and sell on the side. I don't do this and that. I don't do that. But your heart dirty. You still a liar. Huh? You still an adulterer. You still show hate to your natural man. Huh? You don't produce the spirits of the Most High Yah. Love, joy, peace, long suffering. You full of anger and wrath and malice. Under the banner of Sabbath keeping, under the banner of keeping Torah. Huh? Because you know what? It's easy for everybody to examine other people. Is that the truth? But the problem is when it comes to examining yourself, You can do it. And most of us, we do examine, but the problem is you telling yourself the truth about yourself. Knowing you dirty and need to change, you won't tell it to yourself. But you have no problem telling it to other people. It's a trap, y'all. It's a trap. 2 Corinthians 13. What do verse 5 say? Hearken to the scripture.
Examine yourselves.
Examine everybody, your brother and sister.
Yourselves.
Huh? Examine yourself for what? I'm good. I keep all Shabbats.
Whether you be in the faith.
I keep all dietary law. Huh? Whether you in the faith or...
Prove your own selves.
Look at that. We fall. That's where everybody fall. And nobody want to prove it to themselves. You think proving it to yourself meaning I prove it to myself. I get up every Saturday. I go to church. Yeah, you in the Shabbat class, but are you in Shabbat? Shabbat is the day. It don't start and stop with the class and with the session and with the lesson. See, a lot of us been deceived on that end. We think if your class started at 11 a.m., you think, that, oh, Shabbat started at 11. Subconsciously, right? You know it started Friday night when the sun go down, but your mind don't actually go into Shabbat until class time. And with 30 minutes before class end, if you're in one of my classes, Shabbat is over. It's winding down. That's where our mind at. You know what that's called? He said there's going to come a day when people not able to endure sound doctrine. We think we getting sound doctrine, but endure it. Can we deal with it? Can we use it to better ourselves? To make ourselves more Christ-like or more like the Mashiach? Because when you look at yourself in the mirror, that's what you're supposed to see. The Mashiach. If you're walking in the spirit, how is you still seeing the same carnal man? Questions. Examine yourself. What did he tell you in the gospel? Take the mote out your eye first.
Right.
And then you can get the beam out of somebody else's. But everybody backwards. We trying to take everybody else's beam out. So you're going to save everybody else except yourself.
Right.
That's where we at with it, y'all. You got to examine yourself how often? Like they say in the Midwest, every day. Every day. You got to examine yourself. Every day. And the day that you stop, that's the day you're going to fall short, I guarantee you. Because you know what? I'm good.
Right.
That's what Hasatan waiting on. For you to say, I'm good. That's when you let your guard down and he come in. That's when you stop guarding the word. That's when you stop protecting the word. And guess what happened? He come in when you least expect it. Man, what you talking about? Meaning you start to take on his characteristics, his actions. So you in the Shabbat, but you acting. You know what they said about the beast? Spoke as a lamb. Looked like a lamb. But spoke as who? A dragon. And that's how it is with the sheep. The day you stop examining yourself, you look like sheep. You act like goats. That's what we can't afford. Why you always talking like this? Listen, we got an enemy. He don't care about your feelings. I care about your feelings, but he don't. I try to do what I can to prepare you for that. You know what I mean? So that's why I talk like that. Who else gonna tell you? Because you ain't examining yourself to tell yourself the truth about yourself. That's why ain't no improvement. 55 churches on one block, it's still a hood.
Right.
How is that possible? It don't make sense. People ain't changing within. So you keeping Torah, you hiding. But do you know what the Most High doing? He's starting to expose. If you ain't on his side, he's finna lift the covers up off you, and he's finna expose what's in your heart and your mind. And if the Spirit of God ain't there, you ain't gonna be able to hold on to this walk Like he said, you a seed and you ain't deeply rooted, you're going to endure for a little while, and then you're going to give it up. It's only going to take the right situation to make you give it up. Every one of us got a button. All Hasatan got to do is push the right button and eject the tape. Yeah, that was a pretty good analogy. What did you say? I thought that was all right, you know. Huh? All it takes is the right situation. If you're not on P's and Q's every day, all it's gonna take is the right situation for him to come in and get you to be his servant. But this is what you need. Romans 6:16. We finna get into the lesson. But I'm like Peter. I think it's good to put this. I think it meet to put this to bring this to your remembrance. Because when I bring it to your remembrance, I bring it to my remembrance. Mm-hmm. You preaching at us. Now, we in this together. That's what a body is. You got one schism, right? You got, do cancer start with one cell and then spread? Or do it just start with a whole lot of them? Start with one and spread, right? You got to get rid of it. Can't have no cancer. We work too hard. Verse 16. Hearken to the script.
Know you not
Don't you know
that to whom you yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants you are to whom you obey.
I serve Christ. I serve the Father. Huh? Yeah, I keep all the festivals. I keep all the commandments except for one. Everybody sin. Look, there you go. You basing your righteousness on the next man's righteousness. He didn't tell you to. We got an example of righteousness. Came down from the Shamaim, dwelt among his own, was tempted in every part of the law, and yet was still without sin. That's your example of righteousness.
Right.
Stop looking at everybody else. Just because they fall, that don't mean you have to fall. That's what the Bible is here for, our learning. Huh? He said the Holy Spirit is power. Power from on high. In order to get it, you got to keep the commandments. Now all of a sudden you get it, and now you're not able to keep the commandment. That's a lie.
Right.
That's a lie. Power from on high. The problem is we got to get it. It's going to be evidence when you get it. You're going to produce the fruits of the Spirit. You're going to have the mind of the Mashiach. You think it was light speech when he said, let this mind be in you that was in Yeshua Mashiach? No, the mind. That's where the game being played. And most of our mind go to what we can see, go after things we can see. That's why we come up with these little weak, watery excuses. Every time we experience tribulation and trouble in our life, don't you know God is the first thing we've set to the side?
Right.
You having a problem with your spouse or your mate. Oh, man, I can't keep Shabbat, man. I'm going to come next week when I get it together. That's how we are. That ain't the spirit of Mashiach. They tried to kill him several times. He on the run, still preaching and teaching the gospel. No weapon. That's what no weapon formed against me means. No matter what you do, come on with it, Satan. No weapon formed against. I'm not saying to me, but I know it's coming, but I can't quit. And if I can't quit, how can y'all quit? Huh? How that's gonna look on judgment? If I didn't quit and you quit, we come up in the same era. Ain't no difference between me and y'all. We the same part of the same body. We just got to get the mind of the Mashiach over everything. We come up with the shirts, the slogans, we come up with all the outward apparel, the necklaces, the fringes. But what's in the heart, though? What's in your heart? That's where the battle is. What's in your mind? How is your mind towards the Most High? Only way we gonna be able to tell is judging your behavior by against what the words say. The word say keep pushing, not give up. How else we going to grow stronger in the Mashiach? You got to test and trials and tribulations come. He ain't never told you it was going to be easy. What about Job? What about Messiah? They chosen. Huh? Because you know what the Most High looking at? No matter what trial come their way, if you my sons and my daughters can handle it. Huh? And not turn their back on me. How you think Job got in the Bible? All the stuff he went through. It's a testimony. You sure? It's a testimony. He said a man acquainted with grief. His whole life. Troubled. Poor. Downtrodden. People didn't believe who he was. Imagine you being the highest. You come from the highest. Nobody believe you. And then you still not having pride and lifting yourself up. What we doing? It's time. The Most High finna start exposing. Everybody, it's time to get right. It's time to grow in grace. Start with self-examination. Right? Whoever you yield members to, that's whose servant you are. Did you finish that verse?
Whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto
You
righteousness.
can serve sin. We've been good at that. But now it's time for us to learn how to be a servant unto righteousness. That means we got to seek after things that are righteous. He told Israel, I chose you for the furnace of affliction. That means you're going to be tried like gold. In order for gold to be purified, they got to go through the fire. The thing about gold is everybody like it. Once it's the finished product, but you got to go through something. It's an old satanic man that look like yourself that you got to kill him out. If you don't, he'll be back. Only thing is, like the book say, when he come back, he going to bring 7 more with him. Your latter end is going to be worse than the first. We can't afford that.
No, sir.
If you can't overcome one demon, how are you going to overcome 7? Let's back up right quick. Deuteronomy 11. We'll get into the lesson. The Most High got a job for each and every one of y'all, each and every one of us. I cannot do your job. Your job is for you. My job is for me. If he give me your job, what does that mean for you?
You're fired.
He don't need you. It's the parable about the servant when he hid the talent. He can't, wicked servant. He went and hid it in the dust of the earth. Most High blessed you with a talent. Your talent is different from mine. Mine is different from yours. Your talent is for you to get the people that's designed for you. My talent is for me to get the people that's designed for me. Now, if he add yours to me, that's not good for you. Or if he add mine to you, that's not good for me. Everybody got to play their lane and play their part. It's time to get busy seeking the kingdom. See, he told you if you seek the kingdom, I add all that other stuff.
Right.
But we seeking all the other stuff, trying to let them add the kingdom. That's not how it works. You're not going to add the kingdom. You got your kingdom now. That's what you chose. We got to quit being so fragile when it comes to the Most High. Right? Any little thing break our spirit. Any little amount of pain. Everybody can serve the Most High when they doing good. But he said if you faint in the day of adversity, what happened? What did he say? Finish that for me. If you faint in the day of adversity, your faith is small. All right, I quit. Deuteronomy 11. It's time to follow the word. Young people, y'all need to be raised up following the word. Huh? Your life ain't gonna be no easier than ours if you don't follow this word. Yours probably gonna be worse because you had a chance to hear it. And we was hearing about white Jesus and Easter and Sunday worship. Whatever we heard it, it wasn't right. At least you got a chance to hear what thus says Yahuwah. So you should come up stronger than your parents. Huh? You should come up stronger. Let's say if you develop a love for the word though.
Right.
The Most High ain't operating outside of the word. That's how it is. He said, don't think of no man above the word, above that which is written. And that's what we think. We think stuff in there, oh, that's written for them. Well, it's written for you to go by too.
Right.
We try to get a blessing from the Most High by going outside the boundaries of the word. That's not how he going to bless you. Now, if you receive that type of blessing, it didn't come from him. That blessing came from Satan. To keep you deceived, to keep you snared, to keep you caught in that gin. But you can't recognize it because we love getting from Satan what we could have got from the Most High Yah. Verse 26, I wish you come on. You said earlier, you quit. You went right back on it. Do you know what quit is? Huh? Verse 26, hearken to the scripture.
Behold.
A gin and a snare. The title is a gin and a snare, right? Go ahead.
Behold.
Well,
I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
You hear that? Ain't nothing new. What Ecclesiastes tell you? Ain't nothing new under the sun. I said before you this day, what? Like a blessing?
And a curse.
So, what else?
A blessing if you obey the commandment.
Look, this is how you get it. A blessing if you obey the commandment.
Of Yahuwah your Elohim.
Yes.
Which I command you this day.
That's Bible. Let's go home. That's all we need to know. That's all you need. We trying to get blessings every other way. Huh? Mm-hmm. I ain't going to keep the commandment, but I still want that blessing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work my hands and fingers to the bone. Go ahead. You still might not get it. If you do get it, he got something for you. It's called a curse. You know what it is? He said, you get increased by disrespecting and neglecting the commandment. He said, it's like you just got the increase and put it in your pocket full of holes. He said, I blew on it. I let you do all that extra work. And guess what? You when you brought it in, I blew on it. Disappeared. You did all that transgression to get increase. And once I let you get it, but I ain't let you enjoy it. I ain't finna go out like that. I'm God. Blew on it. I don't know why this just keep happening to me. I know you don't. Examine yourself. Read this scripture. A blessing, this is why a blessing if you keep the commandment. I'm playing sports, man. I gotta play sports on Shabbat. Man, I'm best one in the country. Number one tailback. Why you always hurt? The Most High laughing. Tricks are for kids. He blew on it. Go ahead.
28.
What you mean?
And a curse if you will not obey the commandments of Yahuwah your Elohim.
What's for the disobedient? A curse. If you would not obey. So everything hinges on the word. He don't go outside the word. Satan can't operate outside the word. They hear the word of Yahuwah and they tremble. You hear the word of Yahuwah and you, it's nothing. I can do it anyway. That's a rebellious mind. You got a cursed mentality. So you sow to the flesh, guess what you're going to reap? Corruption. This ain't hard to see. Everywhere in our community, what you see? Corruption. That's it. What verse we at?
12, middle
We're
28.
talking about the good die young. That's a lie. Huh? You die young because you disobedient.
Right.
All right? Go ahead.
But turn aside out of the way which I command you this day
Uh-huh.
to go after other gods which
Uh-huh.
you have not known.
See, going after other gods is a curse. It's a trap. This is the trap. This the game. We done read two verses, and we done seen the whole game. We done seen the whole game plan. He laid it out. You know, most coaches, you know, they ain't gonna show you the game plan. They gonna have it tucked up under their arm, giving you signs and signals, right? Run the next play. Most High, yeah, he laid it out. I want you to know what you get into, because you need to know what's gonna happen to you once you obey. You need to know what's gonna happen to you once you disobey. See, think about it. We all done been smacked with a curse. So if that part work, just think if that part work, that portion of the covenant work, how can the blessing not be in effect? How can that part be null and void? It's null and void because we don't do it. Because we got a different spirit directing our thoughts and actions so that we don't be a beneficiary of the blessing. But the Most High said it before you. Like you said, verse 26 again. 26 through 28, I ain't going to stop you. Go ahead.
Behold,
What you talking about?
I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
Uh-huh.
A blessing if you obey the commandments of your Elohim, Yahuwah your Elohim, which I command you this day. And a curse if you will not obey the commandments of Yahuwah your Elohim. But turn aside out of the way which I command you this day.
Yes, sir.
To go after other gods which you have not known.
You haven't even known them. I'm the only God you've known. I brought you out of the land of bondage. That was a curse right there. Slavery, captivity. I freed you from that. And I gave you opportunity. For a blessing or a curse. Right? If you go after other gods whom you have not known, that's a curse. Exodus 23. Now, he instructing his people before he even give them the land. Before he even allowed them to set one foot in the land, he instructing them on how to behave and let them know how to be blessed and what's going to happen if you disobey. So it's up to you. You there?
Yes, sir.
Verse 20. Go ahead.
Behold, I sent an angel before thee to keep thee in the way,
That's
and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared.
Is that a good thing? Indeed. Because you know what that means? That means he leading you. He guiding you. And he talking to the children of Israel in the wilderness. He getting ready to give them the land of Canaan, the promised land. Right? And he said, I'm going to send an angel before you to keep you in the way. Make sure you don't go to the right or to the left. Keep you on a straight and narrow. On top of that, what happened?
21. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not.
Don't provoke him. Yes.
For he will not pardon your transgressions.
See, that's what we think. Is that the truth? God ain't going to do nothing. I said I'm sorry. He ain't going to pardon it. Why wouldn't he do that? Go ahead.
For my name is in him.
He coming on my behalf. Hearken to the scriptures.
22. But
And
if thou...
you know what the Lord said about the guilty? He's a God of righteous judgment, and he will by no means acquit the guilty. So if you're guilty, that's what you're going to get, the reward of the workers of iniquity, the reward of the guilty. What happened?
But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thy adversaries.
What do that look like? We got to step it up. Got to step it up. The man telling you, this is what I do for you. Why? Because I'm in a covenant with you. I'm in an agreement with you. You represent me. Why would I let somebody come in and do you harm and you represent me? And I'm the Most High, y'all. Huh? All you got to do is, all you got to do is obey, and I'll be an adversary to your adversary and an enemy to your enemy. See, you need that. Why? Because your enemy is a spirit. How you going to fight a spirit? You can't even see him.
Right.
You can beat up an invisible man. Do you know when he's setting a trap for you? No, you don't. You can't see him. So you subject to walking every gin and snare that he set for you. It's these eyes that you got to get. If I don't forget, we'll see what type of eyes they are. Hearken to the scripture. You probably should just go there now.
For mine angel shall go before thee.
Look at that. And angels are spirits, right? So you need the Holy Spirit to fight against these evils, satanic spirits on your behalf. If not, you're going to be overcome. Just think about Cain and Abel. Was Cain influenced by Hasatan? Why? Because he was disobedient. He didn't have nobody to fight for him, did he? So what happened? He fell victim. Did he not? The Most High hid his face from him. Expelled him. Anyway, let's keep rolling.
And bring thee in unto the Amorites, and to the Hittites,
Yes, sir.
and the Perizzites,
Uh-huh.
and the Canaanites,
Yes, sir.
and the Hivites,
And
the Jebusites,
yes.
and I will cut them off.
Yes.
Thou shalt not bow down to their gods.
Now, these people are in the land already. They got other gods and that they serve. He said, but you, Israel, you keep my statutes and my commandments. If so, I'll be an enemy to your enemy and an adversary to your adversaries, and we'll live happily ever after. The end. Huh? It'll be all good, in other words. But he said, I'm bringing you into their land. He said, once you get in there, in their land, I don't want you to serve their gods or worship their gods. Go ahead.
Nor serve them, nor do after their works.
Nor do after their works. That's tough, ain't it? Go ahead and read.
But thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quit break down their images. And you shall serve the Yahuwah your Elohim, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water.
Oh, man, this seems so mean. Huh? This is the carnal mind. Man, that ain't right. It's right. It's coming from the Most High Yah. He telling you. Basically, he said in another place, every abomination that they work, that he hate, they work it. That's how they serve their God. So he instructing Israel, don't worship me like that. Don't do after they works. Don't serve their God. Matter of fact, break down their images. Tear down their altars. Right? Utterly destroy. Don't have no pity on them. Because once your heart gets soft, once you have pity, you're going to disobey what I told you to do. And it's going to be detrimental to your well-being. Go ahead and read.
And you shall serve your Elohim, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee.
Man, I thought Corona was going. We forget about that verse. It's hid. It's hidden. If you shall serve Yahuwah thy Elohim, and he shall bless thy bread. What's that mean, bless thy bread? You better eat. Because man like to live by the physical, bread only. But all he's saying is, if you do what I tell you, I'm going to bless your bread. You ain't got to worry about that. Seek the kingdom first, though. I'll bless your bread and your water. I get whatever's sufficient for you. You got it. All right? And on top of that, if you get sick, you look to me.
Right.
I'll take away all sickness. Why are we so sick? I mean, we got generational sicknesses. Huh? We passing sickness down. He's serious about us serving him. You know what our number one problem is? I'm going to go and say it. We serve ourselves. We serve ourselves. That's why when something happened to us, right? When something happens to you, your heart is gone. Your heart for the Most High is gone. You don't have no power, no will to serve him at that point because of how you feel. So you know what happened? You just exalted yourself to a God. Take care of your own bread. Take away your own sickness. Huh?
Right.
Bless your own water. That's a hard pill. That's a hard job. A man living in this world with no help from God. Fugitive and a vagabond. That's a curse. What else? We're going to get through
26.
this.
There shall nothing cast their young.
But I take my time now. I'm getting tired of running through scriptures. That's what we've been doing our whole life. And we still ain't read the whole Bible. Huh?
Right.
We've been running through scripture. That's why we can't get understanding because we're going too fast. We're running through scriptures too fast. We ain't understanding the word that he's speaking to us. He's speaking to us in a manner that should make us want to serve him. We should be happy and joyful. Huh? It should be almost a Shabbat every day. Not some hours on the Shabbat. Huh? Go ahead.
Nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill.
Look at all of this stuff is sicknesses and diseases and stuff he take, curses, stuff he'll tell you to take away from you. Put all your burdens on me. Huh? You barren? What did Samuel's mother do? She put that burden on the Most High. Yeah. Guess what happened? He delivered. Huh? But you know what? When she asked for that seed, she didn't ask amiss, meaning to the consuming of her own lust. She asked that seed so that seed can serve the Most High Yah, which that was in a pivotal time in Israel's history, because the word of God was precious during that time. The Bible told us, because the sons of Eli was sons of Belial, to say the least. Before I get out there, right? Everything we ask the Most High Yah for is for us. Once again, making yourself a God. If I'm your enemy, that's what I would teach you. Why am I trying to fight? You believe in the Most High? Why am I trying to fight with you on that? But what I will do is use your love for the Most High and turn it against you. Is that not what he did to Peter? Everything is about the will of God being performed. That got to be your number one priority. If not, you're going to get off. He called Peter Satan. Did he not? He said, "Get thee behind me, Satan." I know everybody was thinking, where he at? Huh? You, right now. But why did he call him Satan? He said, you don't savor the things that be of God, but of man. Meaning, it's not the Most High will, it's not first and foremost on your mind. Your love for me, it goes against what the will of God is in this instance. The will is for me to come and die for the sins. You saying I ain't going to die, well, who going to take on that responsibility? How we going to be saved? We not. Nobody else could do it. What verse? We going to get through this
27.
chapter. I keep saying that. Huh? We learning. Go ahead and read.
I will send my fear before thee, and I will destroy all the people to whom they shall come.
Because didn't he tell us earlier, I'll be an enemy to your enemies, adversary to your adversary. Huh? The battle is not yours, but the Lord's. Go ahead.
And I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivites, and the Canaanite, and the Hittite from before thee.
Yes.
And I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year.
See, the Most High is smart. strategic and structured with what he does. He's like, no doubt, I'm gonna get your enemies out of the land if you're obedient. He said, but I ain't gonna do it all at once. I'm gonna send hornets. We're gonna drive them out little by little. See, we, carnal mind, what do it say? Now, get rid of all of them right now. So we won't have to worry about it, right? That's what I was thinking. Why don't you just go and eliminate them suckers right now? Huh? But that's man will. That ain't his will. But nevertheless, he said, I'm going to get rid of thy enemies. Go ahead.
Lest the land become desolate,
See.
and the beast of the field multiply against thee.
And we end up eating you up. Huh? Because all the creation work together. So we're going to do this thing little by little, right? What verse you at?
30.
Uh-huh.
By little and little I will drive them out from before thee until thou be increased and inherit the land.
You see that? It's a process. That's how most things the Lord do. It's a process of time. Little by little. Go ahead.
And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines.
Yes, sir.
And from the desert unto the river, for I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand.
What else?
And thou shalt drive them out before thee.
Hold on for a minute. You're going to deliver them into my hand. That means I got to do something. It's always been like that. He ain't never did everything for you.
Right.
You got to put your hand to the plow too. Huh? Because if you don't put your hand to the plow, how do he know you believe in him? He don't know you have faith just by you saying it. No, I need you to know when it get tight on you, how you going to react. Let's see your faith by how you react when adversity is in the midst. If you believe me, put your hand to the plow. Now, if they believe him, they going to drive out the enemies, knowing that the Most High done went before them, true enough.
Right.
But if they don't believe, they going to let them remain in the land. Nah, they bigger than us. Huh? They look scary. This man in the back of his mind. I fight him, though. Well, he look like a Nephilim. Huh? A giant. You go first.
Right.
This Israel mentality. Look at David and Goliath for an example. Goliath punked him for 41 days. Huh? I'm just saying. And 40 nights or 41 nights. Nobody had the courage. So they ain't all of a sudden got like that. They been like that. Go ahead.
32.
Yes.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their God.
You talking about the inhabitants of the land, nor with their gods. Why not?
They shall not dwell in thy land.
Because remember, he told them, they altars, get rid of it, tear it down, because it's going to be a trap. Go ahead.
Lest they make thee sin against me.
What?
For if
Lest they make thee what?
sin against me.
Come on now.
For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee.
Well, what's going to be a snare?
Serving their gods.
Serving of their gods. Top of that verse again.
They shall not dwell in thy
You
land.
see that? Got to get them out of here. Isn't this what Yeshua did with the non-believers? Before he performed a miracle, he cast out the non-believers. When that one man's daughter was dead, remember they were non-believers. They was laughing at him to scorn. He got them out of there. Took his apostles and the girl's parents, and then he went and raised them. So this is what's happening, right? They should not dwell in thy land. Get them out of here. What happened? Now, if they dwell in your land, look what's going to happen to you. Eventually.
Lest they make thee sin against me.
And basically, pretty much what he's saying is, it's almost going to be automatic. Number one, because you disobeyed. You didn't do what I told you. I already know what they're going to do. Go ahead.
For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee.
And it is, indeed. Exodus 34. So it's just like us. If you don't get rid of the things in your life that's a burden to you or keep you from having time to deal with the word and having time to deal with God, it's going to end up overtaking you. The stuff you love the most can be the snare. Exodus 34, Pick me up at verse 5. Right, let's go. Start at verse 1. Go ahead.
And Yahuwah said unto Moses, hew thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first.
All right, because he broke them, remember? He came down the mountain. Israel was showing out, serving golden calves. Right, he broke them in his anger. So the Most High didn't let them make it. He said, once they did everything they had to do, get rid of the non-believers, again, the idolaters, right? Choose a side, he told the Levites. Well, whose side you going to be on? Right, everybody on the Lord's side, come on over here. Mm-hmm. And guess what they had to do? Their hand had to be against their own brother and sister. This is what I got to do to prove I'm on the Lord's side? Mm-hmm. Man, say, that's why he told you, if anybody love father, mother, sister, brother more, you're not worthy. It's going to come some point in your time, you're going to have tough tests.
Absolutely.
Verse 1, go ahead. Where we at?
In the middle of it.
I'm ready.
And I will write upon these tablets the words that were in the first tables, which
so
thou
same old
breakest.
commandments, yes, sir, which you broke.
And be ready in the morning. And it came up in the morning unto Mount Sinai, and present thyself there to me in the top of the mount.
Verse 5, go ahead.
And Yahuwah descended into the cloud, and stood with him there, and proclaimed the name of Yahuwah.
Yeah, so he proclaimed his name, right? He's finna let him know. What is he going to tell him?
And Yahuwah passed before him, and proclaimed Yahuwah, Yahuwah Elohim, merciful and gracious, long-suffering, and abundant in goodness and in truth.
I thought he said he's going to proclaim his name. That's what he's doing. You looking for an actual title name. He telling you how he is, his authorities, his characteristics, the things that make up who he is. What else?
Keeping mercy for thousands,
And?
forgiving iniquity and transgressions and sin.
So he's telling you the most important things that you need to know about him. Keeping mercy for thousands of them that keep my commandments. And
that will by no means clear the guilty.
so this is one of the major things that you need to understand about him. If you guilty, he reward every man according to their works. You're going to get what you deserve. By no means clear the guilty.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the 3rd and 4th generation.
That's what happened too, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Was passing down diabetes. 15 generation. That's bad business. But go ahead. Let's drop down a bit. Verse 11.
Observe thou which I command thee this day. Behold, I drive out before thee the Amorite, and the Canaanite,
yes, sir,
the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite.
Yes.
Take heed to yourself, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither thou goest.
Right. He said, take heed. He warning them. If you don't take heed to what I'm saying, you're going to eventually be swindled into making a covenant or an agreement with them. I don't want you making a covenant with nobody. You ain't covenant with me. Go ahead.
Lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee.
You see that? What's going to be for a snare if you end up making a covenant with them? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
13. But you shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves. Mm-hmm. And thou shalt worship no other God.
Why?
Yahuwah, for Yahuwah, whose name is jealous, is a jealous Elohim.
Now, is his name jealous? How we think of name? Oh, but that's his characteristic. Consuming fire, jealous. You need to know that about me. So don't make no covenant with them. Go ahead.
Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land.
So this is what it's going to cause. Go ahead.
And they go a-whoring after their gods.
You see that? That's what it's going to cause. And remember, he said this is going to be a snare, a trap to you. Go ahead.
And do sacrifice unto their gods.
Oh, man. Because every God come with a doctrine or a teaching. Every God come with a day of sacrifice or a holiday, whatever you want to call it, or a feast day. Whatever you want to call it, every God come with it. He come with a teaching. He come with some sacrifice that you have to give over, that you have to make to him. You got to give up something. You're not serving and not giving up anything. Even when it comes to the Most High, yeah, you want to serve, you got to give up something.
Right.
When it comes to serving Satan, you got to give up something. Huh? Your life is a sacrifice. Most High said, make sure you use it for a holy sacrifice, a living sacrifice, proving what is a holy and acceptable and perfect will of God. What else?
And one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. And
People going to entice you. Sinners going to entice you to come.
Mm-hmm.
This is why he's telling them, I want you to get rid of them and they stuff, because they going to entice you to come over and eat of the sacrifice of other gods and worship other gods. They're going to cause you to do that.
Right.
And it's, you know why? It's going to be fun, right? And you going to go for it. They're going to be having a good time, and you ain't going to be able to resist. That's why I want to get rid of them. Don't even set yourself up for failure like that. Same thing he told them in the garden. Don't even talk to this tree. Don't touch it. Don't talk to it. None of that. Go ahead.
16.
Because you know one thing we miss? I'm going to let you get 16. But one point that we miss is he's telling us, when he say take heed, right? He's setting before you what? It ain't that serious, brother. That's our mind. That's their mind. It ain't that serious. They just playing. Huh? Go ahead.
And thou take of their daughters and thy sons, and their daughters go a-whoring after their gods, and make thy sons go a-whoring after their gods.
Look, that's how he can visit the iniquity of the father upon the children. Because you're going to do it, and then you're going to end up causing your children to do it. Right? That iniquity ain't going to pass them off.
Right.
And then they're going to end up causing their children to do it. And when I swing out with the sword, I know no means will acquit the guilty. You need to know that about me. That's who I am. I'm jealous. You jealous? That's what he said. I'm very jealous. Right? Go ahead.
Thou shalt make thee no molten god.
Because you know, that's why I love the Most High. He tell you the truth. You ask any man, you jealous? Nah, I ain't jealous. I'm good. Most High say, I'm jealous. I ain't even finna play with you.
Right.
Huh? We know you be lying, man. I know you lying. Huh? But the Most High, he just gone to tell you the truth. Put it straight out there. You know where I stand right now. I'm jealous. I ain't even finna play with you. Right? But go ahead. What verse, 17?
17.
Okay, let me have it.
Thou shalt make thee no molten gods.
That's good. Deuteronomy 7. Most High ain't even trying to play them games. That's what man do. Tricks are for kids. Children of Israel. Verse 1. Hearken to the scripture.
When Yahuwah thy Elohim shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it.
So, once again, I'm telling you what to do before it even happened. I'm laying it out so you already know. You had no excuse. Go ahead.
And has cast out many nations before thee. The Hittites.
Yes, sir.
And the Girgashites.
What you mean? Yes, sir.
And the Amorites. And the Canaanites. And the Perizzites. And the Hivites. And the Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
That's right. All these are Hamite nations, right? Go ahead.
2.
7 nations more mightier than you, yes.
And when Yahuwah thy Elohim shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
Man, why would I do that? That's mean. That's carnal mind, ain't it? Because reason why I keep saying it, somebody in Israel is going to have carnal mind when it comes to this. Oh, because their perception of God is going to be, oh, he's so tender and sweet and loving. He loves everybody.
Right.
Right? But look at what he's saying. See, one thing we didn't read about, he said, I'm a man of war. And when I'm getting rid of something, I tear it down to the ground. Look what he did to his own people. Oh, that's what you want? Look, we ain't finna try to rectify this how. Some things can't be fixed, it gotta be destroyed. That's how he is. Past the point of fixing it. Let's tear it down, start over. Because this is a God of quality over quantity. Ask Noah. Go ahead.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, no show of mercy unto them.
That's right. We ain't finna make no covenant, no marriage, no agreement, nothing. And this what Israel's problem was. Even when they got into the land, set up kings and kings of their own. So a little tribulation come their way, you know what they try to do? Man, let's go make a covenant with the king of Egypt. Let's go make a covenant with the king of Assyria. We could tag team with him and go against the king of Babylon. That ain't what the Most High told you to do. How the Most High gonna get the glory?
Right.
You stole it. Now you know who's gonna get the Most High glory? The king of Egypt. Huh? The king of Assyria. But he the God of Israel. You're gonna give his glory to somebody else. Didn't I tell you in the beginning, don't make no leagues with them? See, you wouldn't let me do my thing. You wouldn't trust me enough so I can come do my thing. You know what that's going to be to you? That's a trap. You just entered into a snare. You know what's going to happen to the land? It's going to be destroyed. Desolate. A wilderness. It's the same saga. Over and over.
Right.
Nobody was smart enough to do better than the person before him. Take heed. Go ahead.
3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shall not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
You keep saying the same thing, don't it? They're going to turn away thy sons from following. You know why he know this? It's already happened. I dealt with this in Genesis 6. This ain't nothing new to me. I'm telling you how it's going to go. You ain't no exemption to the rules. All right, go ahead.
That they may serve other gods.
That they may what?
Serve other gods.
And what did he tell us that was going to be to you? A gin and a snare, a trap. Trap who? It's a trap for your soul, your life. So you got to think, this is what I gave my life away for? My eternal life? Nobody don't want to think along those lines, do they? You know what lines we think along? God with me, whatever I do. He got me. No, he don't. Go ahead.
So will the anger of Yahuwah be kindled against you.
Because he jealous, remember? Kindled against me. Go ahead.
And destroy thee suddenly.
Hold on for a minute. You talking about the Perizzites and the Canaanites and the Hivites and the Jebusites? You talking about them? Destroy who? Because we the children of Israel. What did it say?
For they will turn away thy sons from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahuwah be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly.
Man, do it sound like he playing? Is this practice or a drill? No. Huh? This ain't a drill, it's for real. Huh? Go ahead, I'm just telling you. Saying what God love the truth. This ain't for practice, fun to play. This is for real. Go ahead.
5. But thus shall you deal with them.
This is how I want you to deal with them. I'm instructing you how to deal with them. Go ahead.
You shall destroy their altars and break down their images.
Man, why we got to do that? They people too. Shut your mouth. Just do what he tell you to do. That's all you can do. Go ahead. That's the best thing you can do. Yes.
And cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire.
Yes, sir.
For thou art a holy people unto Yahuwah thy Elohim.
Hold on for a minute. Let that sink in. This is why I want you to do that. You're a holy people unto me. Sanctified and separate. You my inheritance. I chose you. And I don't want you going and worshiping other gods. We ain't finna share. Sharing is not caring in this instance. All right? We ain't finna play like that. This is what I want you to do. Because you're a holy people unto me. Go ahead.
Yahuwah thy Elohim have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
And remember, you serve their lives, it's going to be a snare, a trap to you. You will never reach this plateau. You're never going to reach this plateau because you're too involved. You got caught in the snare. You got caught in the trap. On your journey, on the straight and narrow, you got caught in the trap. He set the trap on the path, on the road. You stepped in it. You wasn't looking with the spiritual eyes. Go ahead.
7. Yahuwah did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people.
Yes, sir.
But because Yahuwah loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, had Yahuwah brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Now therefore, that the Yahuwah thy Elohim, he is Elohim, the faithful Elohim.
That's right.
Which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
You see what he keep? He respect his word over the people that he chose. So if you go outside the word, you go outside the boundaries, you're going to get the punishment that come with that. Because he's faithful to his covenant. And once you break it, like it say in Leviticus 26, he have to avenge his covenant. Now, I told you what to do, so I don't have to bring that vengeance upon you. But if you walk sideways, I'm going to swing out on you. Verse 12.
Wherefore it shall come to pass, if you hearken to the judgments and keep and do them, that Yahuwah thy Elohim shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he had swear unto thy fathers. And he will love thee and bless thee,
Yes.
and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb, and the fruit of thy land, thy corn, and thy wine, and thine oil, and the increase of all thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep, in the land which he sware unto the fathers to give thee.
Yes, sir.
Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be a male or female barren among you.
So let me throw this in there right quick. He's saying he swear to give you this land. Who he swear this land to get his land to? Israel. But who did he make the promise to?
Fathers.
Thy fathers. Which is who? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. So what he telling you, the covenant that I made with Abraham, I'm bringing it to pass. Yo, 400 and some years prior. Huh? Is that the truth?
Yes, sir.
You don't need to be looking for the 400 years now. It's more like 4,000 years.
All right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Or among your cattle.
Yes.
And Yahuwah will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee.
That's good, right? Go ahead. Keep going. We're going to go. Keep going.
And thou shalt consume all the people which Yahuwah thy Elohim shall deliver thee.
Yes.
Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto thee.
That's right. He keeps saying the same thing. Because the gods of the land, they dictate the culture. They dictate how the people are. So I don't want you partaking in their God, because you're going to become them. Go ahead.
17.
Yes.
If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shalt well remember what Yahuwah thy Elohim did unto Pharaoh and unto all of Egypt.
Right. So if you get a little faint-hearted, this your courage.
Right.
You got to remember what I did to Pharaoh. Pharaoh was at the top of his game. And he brought him down. So don't worry about these nations. If you do get afraid of them, just remember what I did. Go ahead.
19. The great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby Yahuwah thy Elohim brought thee out, so shall Yahuwah thy Elohim do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Moreover, Yahuwah thy Elohim will send the hornet among them,
Right.
until they that are left and hide themselves from thee, be destroyed. Thou shalt not be affrighted at them, for Yahuwah thy Elohim is among you.
Is what?
Among you, a mighty Elohim and terrible.
That's right. Ain't nobody can stand when he bring the sword. Right, let's go to Judges 2. Gotta skip some now. Judges 2. So he told them, don't make no leagues when you come into the land. Drive them out. That's what he kept saying, right? Drive them out from before you. Don't let them live with you, right? Israel didn't do it. Israel didn't do it. So now, we fast forward a little bit. Joshua brought them over into the land, right? They was in the promised land. They didn't drive out all the inhabitants of the land. And it became their downfall. Now we in the days of the judges. Joshua died, we in the days of the judges now. Pick me up at verse 1. Hold on. I was in Joshua. And he running it back down to him. Go ahead and read verse 1.
And an angel of Yahuwah came up from Gilgal to Bochum and said, I made you to go up out of Egypt and have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you.
That's right.
And you shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land.
Yes.
You shall throw down their altars.
Right.
But you have not obeyed my voice.
See, but they didn't do it. Right? He said, I told you to throw down their altars. Right? He said, but you haven't obeyed. So that means you let them stay in the land. You let them remain. And I told you it's going to be a snare to you, right? Yeah. Go ahead and read. I like that. Okay.
Why have you done this? Wherefore I also said, I will not drive them out from before you.
Look what he said. Okay, since you didn't do what I told you, I ain't going to drive them out from your presence. That's what before you mean. What you mean?
But they shall be as thorns in your sides, and their God shall be a snare unto you.
You see what they're going to be to you? All the years of your existence in the land, they're going to be thorns in your side. They're going to be problems. And not only that, they ain't getting rid of their gods.
Right.
You're going to end up serving their gods. Their gods are going to be a snare to you. Go ahead.
And it came to pass when the angel of Yahuwah spake these words unto the children of Israel, that the people lifted up their voice and wept. And they called the name of that place Bochum, and they sacrificed there unto Yahuwah. And when Yahushua had let the people go, the children of Israel went every man unto his inheritance to possess the land.
That's good. I don't want that, but that's okay. So let's back up a bit. Deuteronomy 28, let's see what happened. Once they pick me up at verse 15. Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yes.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shalt thou be in the basket of thy store. Cursed shalt thou be the fruit, shall be the fruit of the body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
So instead of that blessing, you know what's going to happen? All these curses are going to come up on you. Drop down to verse 20.
Yahuwah shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
Go ahead.
Until thou be destroyed.
Yes.
And until thou perish quickly before the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
That's right. And how do you forsake him? By going after other gods. Like you say, going a whoring after other gods. Right? Go ahead.
Yahuwah shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land,
right,
whither thou goest to possess.
What else?
Yeshua shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with inflammation, and with extreme burning,
right,
and
all
with
them
the sword,
diseases cleaving to you now. Go ahead.
and with blasting, and with the mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
What else?
And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron.
And how you gonna grow anything
Right.
on brass and iron?
No rain.
Ain't no rain coming in. Instead of rain, it's a drought. This is a curse. Right? What else gonna happen?
Yahuwah shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From Shamayim shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed.
What
Yahuwah
else? Go ahead.
Yahuwah shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. That shall go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them.
And what else gonna happen?
And shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the
You
earth.
see that? I'm gonna uproot you out of your land. You're gonna be removed into every kingdom of the earth. On top of that, drop down to verse 28.
Yahuwah shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
You know what that means? No understanding. No vision from the Lord. And when there's no vision, the people perish. It's a curse. You know why he ain't give you no vision? Because you serve other. Let them give you a vision.
Right.
Let them divine to you. And that's why the people in the land were seeking out the witches, wizards, necromancers, because ain't no answer from the Most High. This is part of the curse. Go ahead. What verse you at?
29.
Verse 37. Go ahead. Let's drop down some. I'm going to cover a couple more of these. Go ahead.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither Yahuwah shall lead thee.
That's right. Verse 45.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
And all this time and all this warning I was giving you, still didn't take heed. So all of these curses are going to come upon you. Go ahead.
46.
47.
And they
Yeah,
shall
go
be
ahead.
upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not Yahuwah thy Elohim with joyfulness.
Because what?
You serve him not with joyfulness and gladness of heart,
That's right.
for the abundance of all things.
For the who?
Abundance of all things.
Too busy serving your enemies. What happened?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahuwah shall send against thee, in
How?
hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Verse 52.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
You know what? Is this a matter of life and death? It is. He told him, I said this before you this day. This is a matter of life and death. Go ahead.
Until thy high and fenced walls come down.
Look at that. That city you trusted in, that was so defensed, I'm going to have your enemies besiege you in it. They're going to set up shop all around it. And they're going to do it until it come down. Go ahead.
Wherein thou trustedest
Uh-huh.
throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land,
Yes, sir.
which Yahuwah thy Elohim have given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, and flesh of thy sons and thy daughters, which Yahuwah thy Elohim have given thee in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee.
That's the trouble, tribulation. So you're going to eat the seed of your own, what?
Your own sons and your daughters.
Is that not a curse? Is that not a matter of life? This is how serious it is for you not to go a-whoring after these other people gods. And not only that, I'm still not done with you, right? Verse 61. It's so many plagues, it's ridiculous. We got to skip some. Go ahead.
Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will Yahuwah bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
I'm going to give you some new ones, right? Go ahead.
And ye shall be left few in number, whereas you were as the stars of heaven in the multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim.
Few in number. Go ahead. Yes.
And it shall come to pass that as Yahuwah rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so Yahuwah will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to to naught, and you shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess.
This is how serious it is when you fall into that trap, when you fall into that snare. Huh? I'm doing all, we ain't no more agree. You agree with another guy. You made a league or a covenant with another Elohim. So you know what I do to other Elohims, don't you? I tear down their altars. I kill their servants. I tear down their children, their wives. I tear them down. All they mighty men. That's why I told you to do it. You remember they set the Ark of the Covenant in the temple of Dagon? What happened to that statue that had a Dagon?
Knocked down.
Couldn't stand before the presence of the Ark. Right? Beheaded, hands off. Right? He had that thing, a statue doing obeisances. Huh? He don't play.
Yeah, I know it.
Right? This is what I'm telling you. What verse we at?
64.
Let me have it.
And Yahuwah shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
And guess what's going to happen to you when you get there? What's going to happen to you?
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And you know what that means? The curse is still on. I'm still not done. All this stuff is still going to come upon you. I told you I was jealous. This ain't a game.
Right.
Go ahead.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
Look at that.
Neither shalt
Hold on, for just let that sink in. So I done kicked you out of your land. I done put all these curses upon you. Right? You eating the flesh of your own sons and daughters. You know, you serving these other nations in thirst and want and they breaking up the families. Right? And on top of all that, that's not even all. But on top of all that, you ain't going to find no ease. That means no peace. That means trouble is going to pursue you always. You can have it, though. That's what you wanted. But I'm trying to prevent you from this. Go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but Yahuwah shall give thee there a
How many
trembling
of y'all
heart.
like work? You're going to work till you. He said you ain't going to have no rest. Huh? He said, what? And on top of that, he going to give you a what? Trembling heart. You scared of everything. Why? Because you don't have him to protect you. Ain't no protection from you. You just out in the world naked. Go ahead.
And failing of eyes and sorrow of mind.
Sorrow of mind, yes.
And thou...
So, the peace, when God give you peace, that's a blessing.
Say that.
Your mind is always troubled and plagued. Man, let's find out what you're doing. Go ahead and read.
66. And thy life shall hang in the doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
That's right, because I was your protection, and you did away with me. Leviticus 26 one time. Verse 24. We're finna get out the Old Testament. It's the foundation, though. You can't build a house from the top. You hang that thing in the sky. They only do that on TV. That stuff's not real. Leviticus 26, verse 24. Yes, sir.
Then will I also walk contrary unto you, and will punish you yet 7 times for your sin.
That's if you walk contrary unto me. If you won't repent, what happened? This is what I wanted. Verse 25. Yes.
And I will bring a sword upon you.
You see that? Yes.
That you shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when you are gathered together within your cities, I will send a pestilence among you.
What's that?
And you shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy.
You see that? I got to avenge my covenant. We made an agreement. Amos, the 3rd chapter. You agreed to serve me. You agreed to be cursed if you go astray. So he holds you to it. Pick me up at verse 1. Go ahead.
Hear this the bar that Yahuwah has spoken against you,
What did he say?
O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
Yes, all of them. What you say?
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
You know what that means? I've been faithful since I brought you up out of Egypt. I held up my end of the bargain. I've been faithful. You the only family I've known out of all the families of the earth. Yes, sir.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your
He
iniquities.
said, I will punish you for what?
All your iniquities.
You ain't getting, I will by no means acquit the guilty. Yes? Go ahead.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Now, is that the truth? Can two people walk together without agreeing? What's going to happen?
Will a lion
Now,
roar?
I'm asking.
Oh.
You know, you don't agree. You trying to walk with somebody. What's going to happen? Strife, division, contention, trouble, right? No peace, in other words. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Absolutely not. Go ahead.
Will a lion roar in the forest when he have no prey?
And he answering the question with a question. That's cold. You know what I'm saying? He said, now do that happen? A lion in the forest. He have no prey. He caught no prey. He just roaring for nothing. He wasting energy. Ain't nothing. Go ahead.
Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing?
No.
Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him?
Now that's the truth, can't it? Ain't no trap been set to catch this bird. How he gonna fall into a trapless trap? Huh? It don't happen. What happened?
Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all?
Who do that? Nobody. Nobody take up they snare unless they caught what they intended to catch. Huh? Right? I'm not going to take up my trap if I don't catch nothing. I'm going to leave it down until I catch something.
Right.
Go ahead.
6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and Yahuwah have not done it?
You see, you heard that. See, we don't like to think of Yahuwah in that manner, do we? He just showing you I'm serious. I'm not playing. So once again, the title is a gin and a snare. It's many gins and snares laid for you, especially along this walk. Right? Go back up to Jeremiah the 5th chapter. We're gonna go and look at one in a minute. So we trying to walk a righteous walk. You there?
Jeremiah 5.
Jeremiah 5, we're going to pick it up at verse 25. Go ahead.
Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you.
That's the truth, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Now, this is on people, Judah. They should know how he is by now. This is years and years and years and years and years later. But ain't nothing changed. The people still don't have a heart to serve the Most High Yah, because their heart have gone after those other gods.
Right.
And to this day, 2020, it's Sam Brady. Same old play. I've been telling you the same thing in the book. Go ahead and read.
For among my people are found wicked men.
You see that? I wish he quit telling the truth, huh? He calling it out. Among my own people, I done found wicked men, yes, sir.
They lay wait.
And?
As he has set his snares.
To do what?
They set a trap. They catch men.
You see that? You set a trap. They set a trap to catch men. This is what they did to the Messiah. But the Messiah was the real Israel that didn't fall for the snares, the gins. Huh? He didn't fall for it. Show you how he escaped. Israel fell for it. As a nation, they fell for it. What did you say? He fell for the okie doke. They fell for it, but the real Israel, when he came, he didn't fall for it. He must have had his mind on something else. I have found iniquity within my people, right? They said they lay wait. That means they searching this thing out, huh? They can't even rest unless they catch somebody in the trap. This for you too. Because you think these men are like this for no reason? No, they being influenced. Huh?
Right.
What's the influence? Hold your spot. Let's go to Ephesians 2. It's the same old influence. By the time we get in a new book, I just have to play around with y'all a little bit. 2 and 1. Hold that spot in Jeremiah. We're coming right back. Hearken to the scripture.
And you have he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins,
Verse 2.
where in time past you walked according to the course of this world.
You know what that is? The traditions of the world. The ideas of the world. The rules of the world. In times past, before he made you alive, you was dead in sin and transgression. He said, but you walked according to the course of this world.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
According to the prince of the power of the air. Who was that?
The spirit
Yes.
that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Oh, so you've been led by a spirit that's causing you to be disobedient. He just called it the prince of the power of the air right here. He still was working back in Jeremiah's day.
Right.
Go ahead and read.
3. Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past, in the lust of our flesh.
That's right. And the lust of your flesh, fulfilling what?
The desires of the flesh.
The desires of Yahuwah.
Of the flesh.
And?
Of the mind. And
go ahead.
were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
See that? God showing his wrath in some of these curses. Back up to Jeremiah 5. Let's pick up where we left off. So it's a spirit at work behind you that caused you to be rebellious and disobedient to the word. Is you being disobedient to the word, you're rebelling against the word of Yahuwah. The word is set out for you. It could be a trap if you don't follow it.
Right.
It's a two-edged sword. You're going to have people that try to pick you apart. They try to deter you from keeping the commandment. The Bible calls them thorns and thistles. They set on your path to lay traps privately for you. Gin and a snare. And you know what we just read in Amos? Nobody take up the trap unless they catch what it is they set out to catch.
Right.
And you know what it said about the righteous? The righteous have made themselves a prey. So you got to be mindful. You don't want to be the prey that falls into the trap. So in other words, what we have going on is spiritual war. We good at fighting, but we're not good at fighting a spiritual fight. You fight a spiritual to fight to do whatever you can to keep yourself from transgressing against that covenant. Because once you transgress that covenant, you know I got to take vengeance on my covenant, don't you? Is that what he told us? Mm-hmm. The word works together. Ain't nothing outside the word. What else?
27. As a cage is full of birds.
As a cage is what?
Full of birds. So are their houses full of deceit.
Look at that. What's deceit? Lies. All right? Say, as a cage is full of birds, so are the house. This is our own people, full of deceit, yes.
Therefore, they are become great and waxen rich.
And that's why they serve other gods, so they can get rich unjustly. Psalm 135, it tell you the gods of the nations is silver and gold. This is what the people serve instead of serving God. Listen, y'all, please believe me. Ain't nobody sitting up serving no 3-inch statue called Baal. People serving silver and gold under the banner of Baal and Molech and Shema. These are just in the Bible gods. They got different names nowadays. Same old thing, though. You don't have no time for God. You're too busy serving this stuff. See, but we got that Western mentality. You see Baal, the only thing you see is a 3-foot statue. But you remember, every idol come with a doctrine. Listen, I'm not about to make no sacrifice to no midget statue. Nobody with common sense would do that. I'm not about to serve no midget statue. But that midget statue come with a doctrine. And with that doctrine, he requires sacrifices. In order for you to get a benefit for him, you got to give him something. But people neglect the word so they can become rich. And he said, look, why is he talking about riches in the same category as snares and traps and serving other guys? Men being caught in a trap. It's a trap, right? Go ahead.
28. They are waxing fat. They shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked.
They getting their shine on. They wax fat. Yes, they increase. You said today, we getting our shine on. You done skipped every Shabbat on the calendar since you was born. You hear me? Since you was unborn. Go ahead and read.
They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper.
You know what he's saying? So you don't wax fat and kick. Everything is about you when you're gaining. And when you get it, it's no rule. Your mind is not fixated on helping others. You don't have righteous judge. You didn't learn that righteous judge. You don't judge the cause of the fatherless righteously. Right? Only thing you concerned about is prospering. That's a servant of other gods. Go ahead.
Yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge.
That's right. The right of the needy, go on about this issue. I got mine, you better get yours.
Right.
No, but you got yours from a wicked way. Go ahead and read.
Shall I not visit for these things, said Yahuwah?
Shall I not visit them for these things? And you know how he visit. Them curses. That's how he visits you. Go ahead.
Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
Look at that. This is our own people. He got to avenge his soul because they transgressed his covenant. That's what he got to avenge. Go ahead.
A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means. And my people love to have it so.
He said the prophets, they prophesy falsely, right? They not setting forth righteous judgment. Other people tell you they prophesy by Baal. And he said the priests, they rule by their means, meaning they take gifts to pervert judgment and bribes. If you pay them, you good. And he said, you know what, the people, they love it like this.
They love it.
Go ahead.
And what will you do in the end thereof?
And that's the question. What you going to do in the end? At the end of the day, what you going to do? 1 Timothy 6. 1 Timothy 6. People waxing rich by serving other gods, or they benefiting. And that's why nobody serve the Most High Yah. Same thing today. People benefiting, but nobody look at the benefit of serving the Most High Yah. Even in the wilderness, they missed the blessing. He was with them 40 years. They was in a barren land. Wasn't no water, nothing to eat. He rained down manna 40 years. Gave them water out of a rock. Their clothes didn't get old, but the only thing, they couldn't even see that.
Right.
Your feet ain't even swelling up. Man, I done walked 66 miles today. I with some sandals. Your foot ain't swollen 40 years. You didn't miss. You know what the blessing was? He was in the midst of them. You can't see that blessing because you looking at trying to live by bread. We should go back to Egypt. We was eating manna to the full, pomegranates. What'd I tell you? Where we at? 1 Timothy?
1 Timothy 6.
I'm ready. Verse 6. This how you are in your life. I hate when you bring it to us. Man, this car ain't good enough. This thing got 400,000 miles on it. Okay. It's still rolling, though. Just gonna tell you want something else. Just to say that. But you know what will come with that if you ain't got the money? More service, more work. Where your extra time gonna come at? You already know what you're giving up first. Just gonna keep it real. TV shows? Nah, we still doing that. First thing to go is what?
Shabbat.
Bible study time. Sabbaths. Feast. Lord, you know. And all of the why you ain't looking at it. Man, this car is getting me through. We just using car like he used the example of they shoes didn't wax old. They clothes didn't wax old and they feet didn't swell. You've been letting this car maintain since I hit 300,000 miles. Right. I only had to spend $30 to fix it. You ain't looking at that.
Right.
This car, this is allowing me the extra time I need. Not to transgress your Shabbat. Where we at?
Verse 6.
Man, I'm tired of eating these turkey sandwiches, Lord. Huh? Well, at least you got a clean diet. Huh? I'm getting you healthy. Mm-hmm. You eating slop and pig soup. And, you was out of there. Shrimp. Huh? You was out of there. I'm helping you. You ain't looking at that. This ain't steak, though. Because, the Most High give you what you need, not what you want. So you don't look at your needs being taken care of as a blessing. Only your wants is a blessing. That's the downfall of the people of God. Verse 6, you can read it any day.
But godliness
yes, sir.
with contentment is great gain.
Ain't none of that. Where that's at? Where that's at?
1 Timothy
What
6.
do that look like? See, exactly. Go ahead and read.
For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
Look at that. Who brought something in the world? Who besides the Egyptians going to take it with them in the afterlife? I'm just saying. You got more gold in the tomb than you got in the whole Egypt. Huh? Go ahead.
9, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
Hold on for a minute. You said what? Godliness with contentment is great gain. That's riches. But that don't look like riches, do it? That look like poverty or just maintaining. Huh? So with the carnal mind, you don't see that as riches. But we got to open the eyes, let the Lord open the eyes of our understanding, our spiritual eyes. Understanding. He said, you're still able to walk the straight and narrow. You continue with what he gave you, you're still able to walk the righteous path. But look what happened. I'm ready.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
You see that? The trap is being laid. This gin is being laid. The snare is being laid. You know what we use? We're using your covetousness. So as the time come before you, your invisible enemy who you can't see, place a gin and a snare in a way in your path to deter you from that straight and narrow. Go ahead.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Drown. A lot of times when the Bible talk about drowning and floods, right, and the rivers overpassing, it's destruction. Utter destruction. It's a trap. I'm just warning you. I'm just saying. Mashiach warned you about this. Mm-hmm. He said, we'll read it. Go ahead.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
That's just to the people. I don't really love it. I just like it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Which while some coveted after.
That's the key. You can't help it. So you know what you need to do? Drive out them inhabitants. Get rid of them. Because they're going to cause you to serve their God. Drive out that desire. Because it's going to cause you to transgress. It sounds good, preacher, but it just ain't realistic what you talking about. Huh? That's the truth. That's what everybody be saying. Man, we gotta live. It's 2020. What are you talking about? We knew. That's the problem. What else?
They have erred from the faith.
Hold on for a minute. You said they did what?
They have erred from the faith.
Wow. A matter of life and death, y'all. That's a trap that's been set for your life. You have erred from this was the problem with them in the wilderness. This is a people that do always error in their heart. That's what he said about them. That's why he destroyed them. Read that verse again without interruption, bro.
For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many
Read
sorrows.
verse 9 again.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
Not that you even gonna be rich, but you have the desire. You coveting after the rich lifestyle. You coveting after the things that they have. You got that desire. You want that. He said, they that will be rich fall into it because those things blind you. That desire blinds you.
Right.
So you're not privy to the trap that's been set before you. So you end up walking right in it. And I'm not taking the trap up until I catch something. Go ahead.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
So you know what it's many different traps and snares that's laid on your path. Yours might not look like mine. If you looking for yours to look like mine, you might miss yours. Huh? Go ahead.
For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. But thou, O man of Yah, flee these things and follow after righteousness.
You see that? This is the second time. I'm taking the third time I told us to follow after righteousness. Huh? Flee these things. Just like he told them to drive out the inhabitants of the land, he telling you to flee what? I can do them both. No, you can't. That's what they thought. I can let them stay in the land and still serve God. For a little while, ask Solomon. No matter wisdom gonna help you. No matter knowledge gonna help. That's not what it is. That's not gonna help you. Only thing gonna help you is obedience to the word. That's it. Go ahead.
And follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life.
Fight. I talk spiritual war. You looking for war in the physical. The war is between your mind, your ears. Huh? Fight the good fight of faith. It's travel, it's missiles and pistols shooting at your faith. Go ahead.
Wherefore thou art also called and have professed a good profession before many witnesses.
That's good. Back up to Proverbs. Let's run through these Proverbs a little bit. Chapter 13. Proverbs 13. Verse 6. Go ahead.
Righteousness keepeth him that is upright in the way.
It do what? Righteousness do what?
Keepeth him that is upright in the way.
So that's what keep you on that path. That's what keep you on the straight and narrow. That's how you duck and dodge all. That's how you quench all of the fiery darts that's been thrown at you. That's how you don't get caught up in the trap. Remember, they've been telling us, seek righteousness. Seek righteousness. Righteousness keeping him that's upright in the way. But the wicked?
Overthroweth the sinner.
But wickedness overthroweth the sinner. Uh-huh.
There is that maketh himself rich, yet have nothing.
Oh, man. That's all you got is the riches. But in reality, he say, what do you say they have?
Nothing.
That's Bible. How you rich and you ain't got nothing? Is you're going to die. And you have nothing to say you didn't squander your gift with life. What else?
There is that maketh himself poor, yet have great riches.
How is that? Man trust in God. He content with what he got. He gained greatly. He didn't gain in the physical, but he gained something better. Drop down to verse 14.
The law of the wise is a fountain of life.
You hear that? What is it?
The law of the wise is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death.
That's what it help you depart from. The snares of death. The gins and the snares. So, somebody setting up traps in order to kill me? You need a spirit to fight a spirit. Your enemy is spiritual. You can't see him. But he run the kingdoms. He set up things to keep you ensnared. Go over to the 14th chapter, Proverbs. Let's run through these a little bit. Proverbs 14. Verse 27. Go ahead.
The fear of Yahuwah is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death.
That's the same thing it said about the law. It did it. It said, Proverbs 13 and 14, it said, the law of the wise is a fountain of life to depart from the snares. They said the exact same thing about the fear of Yahuwah. You got to keep them commandments. I don't care what nobody tell you. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death. Right? Proverbs 3. Proverbs 3. Verse 25. Go ahead.
Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For Yahuwah shall be thy confidence.
He shall what?
Be thy confidence.
To do what?
And shall keep thy foot from being taken.
Keep your foot from being taken. Keep you from being snared or trapped or caught up in the gin. Right? Proverbs 12. Verse 11. Go ahead.
He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth vain person is void of understanding.
See that? Understanding is going to help you. The one that tilleth his land, you work with, you do your own little old business, you content. That's what he's telling you. You content. Godliness with contentment is great gain. Right? That's what he's saying. You satisfied with the work of your hands. All right? You know why? Because you don't put forth your best effort, your best foot forward, and whatever it bring in, whatever you see, okay, this is what the Lord blessed me with, I'm good. Let me go on about my issue. But if you one of them that got them wandering eyes, the Lord blessed me with this, but he blessed the old boy with that. That's better than this. That's a different path. You deviating off your course, and you trying to walk his course. He might could walk his course righteously, but that don't mean you can. Because if you could, the Most High would have blessed you with that. Because he say he don't put more on you than you can't handle it. That's why you got what you got. Because that's what you can handle without being ensnared. I'll tell you what verse.
Oh, we just read 11.
Listen, both of us ain't finna get lost.
Well, we just read 11.
Okay, let's get it.
The wicked desireth the net of the evil man.
Look at that. The wicked desire. Now, common sense, okay? Who gonna desire the trap of somebody else? Nobody. But if you don't know it's a trap and it look good to the eyes, you have no problem with following or going after it, not knowing it's a trap, though. But that's somebody that is looking on things from the corner aspect, from wickedness, the mind of wickedness. The wicked desire the net of the evil man. Go ahead.
But the root of the righteous yieldeth fruit.
That's the truth. And that's why the people can be satisfied with what their hands bring forth. But go ahead.
The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble.
And the just is the righteous, right? He said the wicked is ensnared by what?
His lips.
Death and life. He said is in the power of the tongue. The Most High telling you about the words, they don't no idle words. You're going to be ensnared with the words of your mouth. You know what happened to Israel in the wilderness? When they was murmuring and complaining? What they say? We should have went back to Egypt. Our children are going to die in this wilderness. Huh? You know what happened to them? He said, by the words that you spoken, this is what's going to happen to you. Your judgment is going to come up on you. He said, he killed them out. He killed that first generation out in the wilderness because of the words they spoke. The generation that was erring in their heart. And he let their children enter into the land. They didn't set foot. Only 2. But they should never spoke that evil. All right, just like Israel when they was killing Yeshua. What they say? Let his blood be on us and on our children. Mm-hmm. You know what happened? Sam Bradley. That blood on them and their children. And the Most High swung out on them 40 years later, them and their children got hit. Jerusalem got destroyed. That's the wicked. What verse was that?
14. Oh.
Okay.
You want 14?
Now let's go into this, back up a little bit into the Psalms. Let's go 140. Psalms 140. This is why you need to have that Holy Spirit. You have a spiritual enemy that's setting traps for your life, and you bound to get caught up in them. You don't know. You can't. If you're not able to tell, if you're not able to detect the snare or the gin, you're gonna fall right into it, and it's gonna be a trap for your life. You're gonna err from the faith. So we got to start doing spiritual exercise. When stuff get hard, you got to keep pushing when it comes to the most. You can't put them to the side. You can't put them down. You got to keep pushing so you can build some strength. All right? Psalms 140, verse 5. Go ahead.
The proud have hid a snare for me.
You see that? Come on.
And cords.
Uh-huh.
They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Selah.
You see that? They do that to you, too. This is how they did the Messiah. But I'm going to show you what happened to him. So the proud, the wicked, they set traps for him. They tried to get him to stone. They tried to get him to commit sin. Now, can you imagine if those wicked people got the Messiah to commit sin? What state would we be in? Everybody, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's eat and drink and be merry because tomorrow we die. That's it. It's a wrap. So you know what? It's back to a matter of life and death. He know his job that serious. Serving the Most High that serious. Not only his life and death, but the government rests on his shoulders. We healed by his iniquity, by his stripes. What if he didn't do it? What if he fell into the trap? That's our example. But he let you know, the proud, they hear snares for me, right? Go Go ahead, verse 6.
I said unto Yahuwah,
Uh-huh.
thou art my Elohim.
Now he's explaining to you how he overcome them. This is how Christ beat it out. They said, I knew it. But I said to Yahuwah, you are my Elohim. So I find refuge in you. Go ahead and read.
Hear the voice of my supplication.
Hear the voice of my son. He crying out because of what the people have done. The traps and the snares that they set for his life. He took his issue right to the Most High. Come on.
O Yahuwah.
Yes.
O Elohim.
Uh-huh.
The Yahuwah. The strength of my salvation.
The who? So he want to be saved from this, right? He said he got to have some strength, a source to go, the power source. He said, you the strength of my salvation. My salvation going to come from you. Look what you did. Go ahead.
Thou hast covered my head in the day of battle.
See, you thinking day of battle, you thinking physical fight. No, this is a fight for life, a spiritual battle. If he lose this, it's over. Do you understand that? If the Mashiach lose this battle, it's done. This is a real battle. It's more than beating down some Philistines, stabbing some Egyptians, cutting off the head of some Edomites. It's bigger than that.
Right.
If we lose this fight, you know, let's just burn it everything. Let's burn it up. There's no point. Right? We gotta get that. Oh, what verse is that?
That was 7.
Let's go into the 131st Psalm. We'll go over one more. So he had nobody bigger to place his trust in than the Most High. And you know what the Most High do to other gods. Verse 8. Go ahead. 8 through 10. Yes, sir.
But my eyes are unto thee, O Elohim, thy Yahuwah.
Look at that.
And thee is thy trust.
Look at that.
And my trust.
That's what he set his eyes on. Spiritual eyes. My eyes are unto you. This is the first thing I think about. This is what's leading me. My eyes upon you. In thee will I trust. Yes.
Leave not my soul destitute.
Mm-hmm. See, this got to be your prayer. You going through it. You trying to endure. You trying to overcome. Please don't leave my soul in destitute. Come on.
Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me.
You see that? So is the Most High, is his son naive to the fact that it's snares and gins being set for him? Nah, he ain't acting like, oh, I'm the son of the highest. Ain't nothing going to happen. He not acting like that. He coming and taking on the form of a servant, going through it the exact same way. Only thing is, he showed us how to overcome and win. Rise up victorious. Right? And that's what we missing. Because we get up for a minute, we fall right back down. You know why? You don't have no faith. Your faith is very small. You don't have faith that you can overcome them traps and them gins that's been set for you. Our faith and our focus is in the wrong place. This is the level we got to get to. Hearken to the scripture.
And the gins of the workers of iniquity.
Look at that. What is a worker of iniquity? Iniquity is sin. This means this all I work. This all I practice. Sin is and iniquity. So I don't have no regard for you or your life. It's nothing for me to set a trap for you. It's nothing for me to get you to leave the service of the Most High. It's nothing for me to get you to fall from the commandments, fall from grace.
Right.
This is what I want anyway, and I'm doing my best to get you to fall. What you say again?
Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me.
Yes.
And the gins of the workers of
The
iniquity.
traps of the workers of iniquity. What else?
Let the wicked fall into their own nets.
That's the truth. As Haman. Set a trap for the Jews. Guillotine. Right? Most High worked that thing out once the people did what? Once they sought him with all their heart and all their mind. Just like what he telling you here. That's the recipe for success. Once they cried out to him after seeking for righteousness, we'll call it that, he delivered. He became their salvation, saved them from their enemies. And you know what happened to their enemies? They fell into the trap that you set.
Better say
Workers
that.
of iniquity fell into their own trap. Go ahead.
Whilst that I withal escape.
Yes. Wish that that I would escape with all. All right. Well, back up to let's go Psalms 91. Psalms 91. I gotta get these Psalms out right quick. I would cut it, but we don't get to read. We don't read this much, so I just deal with y'all looks. It's okay. Just saying. I deal with it. Verse 3. I get to the verses then. Verse 3. Now, you know what? Verse 1.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
That's where you want to get to. That's where you want to abide, right? Go ahead.
I will say of Yahuwah,
What you going to say to him?
He is my refuge and my fortress.
That's right. And they ain't going to give him up when it get tough. He is my rock. So I'm going to lean on him when it get tough. Not give him up. Go ahead.
My Elohim, in Him will I trust.
In him will I trust. I ain't going to trust in my own self, my own might. I might fall. I might have a bad day. And that might be the day that I end up falling into the trap. All right, go ahead.
Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
This why I trust him. This why I lean on him. This why I call him. This why I allow him to be my rock. He knows best. He said he might deliver me from the snare of the fowler.
Now He shall deliver thee
That's
from
certain.
the
He
snare.
was certain with it, wasn't he? Satan is the fowler or the spoiler. He said the traps. He said, surely the Most High will deliver me from what?
The snare of the fowler,
And
from the noisome pestilence.
what happened?
He shall cover thee with His feathers,
Uh-huh.
and under His wings shalt thou trust.
That's good. Under the shadow of His protection shall we trust. Back up to Psalm 64. I'm going to read these Psalms. I ain't skipping. I don't care about you put your head on your shoulder. Huh? I was in them seat once before. Huh? Psalm 64, verse 5. Go ahead.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily that say, who shall see them?
Look at that. So you know the people that's workers of iniquity that's led by the spirit of Satan, look what they do. They commune together privately. For what? In evil issues. And when they communing together, they talking about laying what? Traps without you knowing privately. Huh? And you know what they say? Nobody even know we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can see us. Invisible enemy. How you gonna fight that? You need somebody on your side that know what's going on. Go ahead.
6, they search out iniquities.
Until
They accomplish a diligent
you
search.
see that? How you gonna fight something like this? They search out iniquity. Huh? Go ahead.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Mm-hmm.
But Elohim shall shoot at them with an arrow.
That's why you need them on your side. I see what you're doing. I'm not gonna allow it to prosper though. Only person I'm allowed to be taken away by it is who? The wicked. Gonna be caught in their own snares. Right? That's what he just told us. Come on.
Suddenly shall they be wounded.
That's right.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Right back to that again. Go ahead.
All that see them shall flee away.
All that see them shall flee away. Right, let's go into another song. Let's get let's do what is that, Psalms 38? Yeah.
Can't read your own right.
Man, that's terrible. I tried. Nobody say you gotta.
Do your best and all things.
Man, say listen. What I say, Psalm 38?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what verse I wrote down. Psalms 38, verse 9. Go ahead.
Yahuwah, all my desires is before thee, and my groaning is not hid from thee.
Go ahead.
My heart panteth, my strength faileth me. As for the light of my eyes, it also is gone from me.
Mm-hmm.
My lovers and my friends stand aloof from my sore,
Mm-hmm.
and my kinsmen stand afar off.
Look at that. This is, this is Yeshua. Yeah, once again, he said, my trust is in the Most High. He said, my heart painted, my strength faileth me. Now, if his strength faileth, he needs a higher source, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
He said, the people that were my friends, my kinsmen, they all stand afar off. What else?
They also that seek after my life lay snares for me.
You see that? The one, what he gonna do then? They that seek after his life lay traps for him, yes.
And they that seek my hurt speak mischief things.
They the people that want to see my hurt or my downfall, they
Mischievous
speak
things.
mischievous things. And
Imagine deceit all the day long.
all day, every day. They imagine deceit all day. Go ahead.
But I, as a deaf man, heard not.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a dumb man that openeth not his mouth.
That's right.
Thus I was as a man that heareth not, and in whose mouth are not reproofs.
Mm.
For in
So
the
basically, what he's telling you, I didn't overcome evil with evil, and railing for railing. All right, that's why he say he was led to the sheep, as a sheep to the slaughter, and he didn't open his mouth. I'm not going to become what I hate. Go ahead.
For in thee, O Yahuwah, do I hope. Thou wilt hear, O Yahuwah, my Elohim.
See that? That's where his hope lied. Psalms 119 and 10. And 110. Psalms 119 and 110. They was trying their best to kill him. They were trying their best to get him to fall. They wanted to trip him up in the law. That couldn't work. Let's go ahead and stone him.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Psalms 119, verse 110. Go ahead.
The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts.
Ain't no excuse. You see what the man said? He said the wicked, they done laid no doubt they done laid a trap. Knowing that, I still haven't erred from what?
Thy precepts.
Go ahead.
Thy testimonies have I taken as a heritage forever.
Look at that. He taking the testimonies, the statutes, the commandments of God, just like you would take an inheritance. Who want an inheritance? Everybody want an inheritance, right? You wish somebody in your lineage would have left you $1 million in a beach house. Huh? Well, look, that's what he's saying. That's how he's saying he take the commandments. Huh? Oh, you don't want the beach house? I'm just saying, if you got a beach house, you know you got a regular mansion. Huh? You wish somebody would have left. Come on, keep going, Brian.
For they are the rejoicing of my heart.
Oh, no. You talking about them bondage commandments? Huh? Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying, right? So let's go look at how I look a little bit. Let's get a couple quick examples. Pick me up at John 8 chapter. I'm doing good, 4:30. I'm not. Oh, we started on time. No, we ain't, did we?
Doing good, Pastor.
Thank you, sir. We weren't finna go nowhere to verse 1. So they laid traps, the wicked. But you know what he said? I still didn't err from your precepts. Verse 1, go ahead and read.
Yahushua went unto the Mount of Olives,
And
early in the morning he came again into the temple,
for what?
and all the people came unto him.
Look, hold on for a minute, y'all. Yeshua went unto the Mount of Olives. When did he go into the temple?
early in the morning.
This is how you can seek the Lord first. Huh? It's like breakfast to him. Huh? Go ahead.
And came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him. And he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in a midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act.
Mm-hmm.
Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned.
If you know what to do, why you coming to me? Huh? We're still under the First Testament at this time. You know what the law say. What are you coming to me for? You the priest, you the Pharisees and scribes. It's been placed in your hand. Let's see why they would come to him. Go ahead.
But what sayest thou?
What you say? Uh-huh.
This they said, tempting him.
Oh. They laying traps. They laying a trap. They laying a snare, putting forth a gin. They trying to trap him up. But you know what he said? I still haven't erred. So the only reason they saying this is to do what?
Tempt him.
Or lay a snare for him. Go ahead.
That they might have to accuse him.
See, that they may have a reason to accuse him. You taught against the law. That's what they want. That's all they want.
Mm-hmm.
One reason to accuse him. Go ahead.
But Yahushua stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not.
Okay.
So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them,
I heard you the first time. Why are you keep asking me the same thing? We hate when people ask us the same thing over and over and over.
Daddy.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Hit a nerve. Go ahead.
He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her.
Oh, man. So you know what he did? The wicked, if you innocent, go on and cast the first stone. What happened?
Right. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience.
Look at that. That trap they laid, coming right back to them, didn't it? You try to set a trap for me, but I don't err from the precepts. It came right back on you. Go ahead. They own mind convicted them.
Mm-hmm.
They know they're guilty. Go ahead.
And went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahushua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. And when Yahushua had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her,
What?
Woman,
Yes?
where are those thine accusers?
Say where your accusers at. Go ahead.
Have no man condemned thee?
None?
She said, No man, Yahuwah. And Yahushua said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee.
Uh-huh.
Go and sin no more.
He said, I don't condemn you either. He said, go on, sin no more. Let's get another quick example. Mark the 10th chapter. So you know they burning up with anger. They probably stormed up out of that thing. You know that wasn't no regular walking. They had a crowd of people watching. He put them to an open shame. Verse 1, go ahead.
And he arose from thence, and cometh into the coast of Judea by the farther side of the Jordan. And the people resort unto him again, and he was wont, he taught them again.
Right, so people came to him again, he taught them again, okay.
And the Pharisees came to him and asked him.
Same old satanic seed. They following him. They came to him again asking him what?
Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife?
Don't
Tempting
you handle
him.
the law? Huh? So why are they asking him this?
Tempting him.
Trying to lay a trap. Go ahead.
And he answered and said unto them,
Look what he say.
What did Moses command you?
What did the law say? You know what it say. Why are you trying to tell me? You know what's instructed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We ain't going to go no deeper into that. So they couldn't catch him up. They couldn't, catch him in their net that way. So you know what they did? They laid a trap for his life. Let's go to Matthew 26. Matthew 26. Pick me up at 19. This is the day of the Passover. You know it's time getting close, right? Look, watch what he say. Go ahead.
And the disciples did as Yahushua had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover.
Go ahead.
Now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12. And as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you,
Truly I say unto you.
that one of you shall betray me.
Man. The crew has been infiltrated. The workers of iniquity didn't stop until they got a backstabber. You my disciples, my students, my followers. You could have came to me for anything. One of y'all pausing. Go ahead.
And as they did eat, he said,
What?
Verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me.
He knew what it was.
And they were exceedingly sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Adonai, is it I?
Yeah, is it me?
And he answered and said, He that dippeth his hand with me in this dish, the same shall betray me. And the Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed.
So he know he about to die, right? It's written of him to die. That's what he's saying. But to that man that betrayed,
It had been good for that man if he had not been born.
man, imagine. That's a trap for Judas. Judas was a thief. He carried the purse, the money bag. He carried the bag. He never overcame that evil. And then, you know what happened? It ended up destroying him. So much so that he betrayed his own brother. He said, hey, we done ate together. We talked. You betrayed me for some money. The workers of iniquity don't stop. They commune. Remember the Psalm that they commune together of wickedness. And they don't stop until it's accomplished. That's what happened. That's what's happening here. Because you're going to see who they commune with. Go ahead.
Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I?
You should have never said it. Now keep your mouth closed. Go ahead.
He said unto him, Thou hast said.
By your own words. Remember that? The wicked, by their own words. Go ahead.
And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it.
Okay, let's skip down to 31. Go ahead.
Then said Yahushua unto them, All you shall be offended because of me this night.
All his disciples going to be offended because of me this night. Wonder why. Go ahead.
For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. Peter answered and said unto him,
Here we go. Yep.
Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. Yahushua
Sound like the right thing to say.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
Yahushua said unto him,
Yes.
Verily I say unto thee,
Yeah.
that this night before the cock crow thou shalt deny me thrice.
Uh-huh.
Peter said unto him, Though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples.
Yes.
Then cometh Yahushua with him unto the palace of Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, Sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began sorrowfully and very heavy.
Right. You know, so who he going to put his trust in? Or who he going to lean on?
Most High.
Exactly. That's his comfort. That's his refuge. That's his rock. He going to the well. Huh? Ain't nobody else. Y'all stay here. He already know he finna die. What is you praying for? It's not going to stop it. Go ahead.
Then saith he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face.
He said the wicked, they said, snares for me unto death. They lay privately snares. So he said, you know what? My soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even to the point of death. Yes.
And fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Abba, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will,
but
as thou wilt.
Okay, let's drop down a bit. So that happened a few times, and we'll pick it up at verse 46. Go ahead.
Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doeth betray me.
Uh-huh.
And while he yet spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came with him a great multitude with swords and staves from the chief priests and elders of the people.
Look at that. Who we get the orders from? Chief priests, the elders of the people. The same ones that was laying traps for them, trying to get them to transgress the law. The same. So we couldn't get you that way. You know what? We got you. We're not going to stop until we get you, in other words. They got him. They sent one of his own. Same thing they do now. It's always a sellout in the midst. That's how you take down the people. Get one of their own. Go ahead.
48. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying,
Look at that. Watch this.
whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast.
Wow. Betrayed him with a kiss. He gave him a sign. This is the sign. This is how you know this him. Whoever I kiss, go get him. That's the one. Go ahead.
And forthwith he came to Yahusha and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him.
Look, you speaking like a lamb. I mean, you looking like a lamb, but you speaking like
Right.
a dragon. Behold, master. I'm not your master. Who betrayed a master? Well, never mind. Keep going. Keep going. It's a different day and age. Keep going.
And Yahusha said unto him,
What'd he say?
Friend.
Look, that's the same word he called Abraham. He had every opportunity. Friend.
Wherefore art thou come?
What do you come out for? Go ahead.
Then came they and laid hands on Yahusha and took him.
What'd he say?
And behold, one of them which were with Yahusha stretched out his hand and drew his sword, and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear. Then Yahusha said unto him, Put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels?
But if you do that,
But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled, that thus it must be?
hey, scriptures got to be fulfilled. So it was the Father's will over his own. Drop down into the 27th chapter. Verse 1, go ahead.
When the morning was come, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Yahusha to put him to death.
Look at that. That's what he said the wicked do, right? They don't stop. They commune together. They already betrayed him. Now they're devising a plan, right? But go ahead.
And when they bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor.
Yes?
Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned,
What happened?
repented in himself and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders.
It's too late. It's too late. But what's going to happen, that wickedness that you saw is going to fall back on you. You ensnared by your own trap. Go ahead.
Saying, I have sinned in that. I have betrayed their innocent blood. And they said, What is this to us? See thou to that.
Well, that's your fault. You betrayed innocent blood. It's going to come back on you. Go ahead.
And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hanged himself.
That was his idol. The silver, the money, the increase. That was his God. That's how he betrayed the master. I give you up in order to get what I'm supposed to rightfully get. Huh? This is his desire, the gold or silver. Turn his back. Go ahead.
And departed and went and hanged himself.
Mm-hmm.
And the chief priest took the silver pieces and said, It is not lawful for it to put them into the treasury, because it is the price of blood.
All right, so what did he do? He ended up doing what? Hanging himself. Right? He ended up hanging himself. So it came back on him. Long story short, it came back on him. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Now I only got a couple more. Say that every day. I hit home on that one. Ecclesiastes 9. Where's my special? So long story long, we got to put our trust in the Most High Yah and do what we can to serve and worship, make the best of our time while we got it. Verse 12. Hearken to the scripture.
For man also knoweth not his time,
Mm-hmm.
as the fishes that are taken in an evil net.
So who know the time they going to die? Nobody, right? But he said, just like the fish are taken, they don't know. Fish taken in the net. They didn't see it coming. All right, go ahead.
And as the birds that are caught in the snare.
They didn't see it coming. But they ain't going to take up my trap till I catch something. All right, go ahead.
So are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when
See
it
that?
falleth suddenly upon them.
You got to have the Most High.
Right.
He said when it falleth, when you see it coming.
When it's suddenly upon them.
Yeah. Got to have the Most High. Go ahead.
The wisdom have I seen also under the
He
sun,
said, this wisdom have I seen under the sun.
and it seemed great unto me.
It is great. It is great to know you got to lean on the Most High. That's your protection. Huh? That's the one that's going to keep you on the straight and narrow when they lay them traps. Right? Isaiah 8 chapter. Isaiah 8 verse 10. Go ahead.
Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand, for Elohim is with us.
Yes, sir. That's what's gonna happen. When he with you, the evil they can take counsel together to come against you. Whatever they come up with, they plan is he'll have a way to reverse it, or he'll have a way for you to escape. All right. This is the importance of us putting our trust in him.
Mm-hmm.
But every time when you fall into the trap or you give up the Most High Yah, you're going to stay in that trap. It ain't no way out. He the one that deliver you from the snare of the fowler. Come on.
For Yahuwah spake thus to me with a strong hand, and instructed me that I should not walk in the way of this people, saying, Say ye not, a confederacy to all them to whom this people shall say, a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid.
That's right. Don't follow multitude, long story short, to do evil. Just because a lot of people agree on evil, don't you follow along with them. Go ahead.
Sanctify Yahuwah of hosts himself.
Look at that. Look. It's the game. Sanctify him. He above everything. We got to stop treating him like he on the same plane as everything else. Go ahead.
And let him be your fear.
Let him be what?
Your fear.
And?
Let him be your dread.
Yes.
And he shall be for a sanctuary.
To who?
But for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel.
Look, he said, if you sanctify him, he's going to be a sanctuary to you. But to the ones that don't believe, which is still like this now, he's going to be a rock of offense and a stone of stumbling to both houses of Israel. What else he going to be?
For a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Indeed he was. All right, go ahead.
And many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and be snared and be taken.
Look at that.
Bind up the testimony.
That's how it is. When he ain't with you, who else going to help you? He said he was talking about his own people, many among them, the ones that didn't believe in him, they're going to fall. And they did. They fell. They're going to stumble at the stumbling stone, which was him. And he said they're going to be snared. And you know what else? They're going to be taken. What that mean? Taken where? Where the eagles are, that's where the carcasses shall be. Huh? That's what he told them. Go ahead.
Bind up the testimony.
And
Seal the law among my disciples.
you got to have that. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples.
And I will wait upon Yahuwah that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Behold, I and the children whom Yahuwah have given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel.
Yes.
From Yahuwah of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion. And when they shall say unto you,
What they gonna
seek
say?
unto them that have familiar spirits,
Yes.
and unto wizards that peep and mutter, should not a people seek unto their Elohim?
That's the truth. Now, you got to think. Nobody's going to come to you saying you need to get down with this necromancer. You need to follow Cleo, you know.
Right.
You need to get down with these witches and warlocks. But what's happening, these people are in your way. They're on your path. Your path is straight and narrow. They own it. But that don't mean you have to fall in that trap that's been set for you, buddy. He said, when they say you should seek to these people for counsel and guidance, instruction, comfort, right? You should say to them, should not a people seek their God? This the difference. It's helping God. Ain't no helping these. Go ahead.
For the living to the dead.
From who?
The living to the dead.
Go ahead and read.
To the law and to the testimony.
Now, do people that peep seek the law? What about wizards or people that mutter? Necromancers? Nah. From the living to the dead, to the law and the testimony.
If they speak not according to this debar, it is because there is no light in them.
Right, ain't no light, ain't no word, ain't no life, no truth. Right, Matthew 7, this last one. Verse 13. We gotta watch out for these snares, these traps. They all around us. The commandments is our protection. Faith in Yahuwah is our protection. Following his ways. He the deliverer. Go ahead, verse 13.
Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
That's the path what most people take. This the path that seems right, but at the end of this path is death. That way is broad, easy, and wide. Go ahead.
And many there be which go in thereat.
That's right, many, most, majority, almost all. Go ahead.
Because straight is the gate,
And
narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
that's the truth. That's why the man told us in Timothy, fight the good fight of faith. Once he set us on this path, we need to hold on and do everything we can to not give it up. He said, because this way is straight and narrow, but it leads to life. And there be few who find this way. So this the real treasure. It's the real gold and silver. Right? Revelations 14. No, but that ain't. I heard you, it's gold and silver. It ain't tangible like gold I can hold, though. This treasure's in heaven, man. Where you store up and thieves don't steal it.
All right.
Verse 12, go ahead.
Here is the patience of the saints.
Saints need it. All right? Everybody going through something. If you born, it's guaranteed at some point in your life you're going to suffer a trial. There's going to be tribulation. There's going to be trouble. You got to have patience so you can endure. He that endured to the end shall be saved. You got to endure. All right, go ahead.
Here are they that keep the commandments of Elohim.
Don't you know that's a snare? For you not to want to keep the commandment? Somebody coming to you in the name of God saying the commandments nailed to the cross, that's a gin and a snare. And if you don't have no spiritual eyes, you're going to fall right in it because it's fun and comfortable, easy, and feel good. Huh? It seems like this the way of life, but it's the ways of death. It's taking you and leading you to the broad gate. Go ahead.
And the faith of Yahusha.
Got to have that. Faith of Yahushua. Hope we got some understanding, something out of the lesson. In Yeshua's name, thank you for your time. Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Somebody let them know we done over there. Right on time, 5 o'clock. 3 minutes. I feel good about the victory. Huh? I beat that time. I could have cut it 30 minutes ago, but once I seen Benoit, I got tired and got up. I said, oh, yeah, I'm winning. I'm winning. I said, once I seen that hand go on their head,